partner is mounted on you, right, and they have their hands posted, right, even if he has head control, it's going to be the same thing. So there's a lot of different variations on this, right? I showed one on, I think, Tuesday or Monday where you're just kind of bumping, creating space, and you're escaping like this. But we're going to go hands here. I don't want your thumbs here. I want you just to go palm like this. Here. I want you to bridge up. And once you bridge up, you're going to contract into like a little ball like this and bring your knees to their butt. Then I want your feet close together and you're going to extend your legs and start creating space to bring your shins in. Once your shins are in, you're going to underhook and then you're going to extend. So hands on the hip. We're going to bridge up and then I want you to contract into a ball and I want you to bring your knees to your chest. So here, like this. And then my feet and knees are close together. I'm going to kick up and push until I can create space to bring my shins in. And then I drop. And then I extend. Like that. Right? What happens if I don't contract like a ball? So I might bridge in here, and now I'm holding up all this weight on my thighs, and then literally nothing's happening. So I want you to contract like a ball, bring your knees close to your chest. So I bridge up like this. Then I kick, get my knees in. I might take a few kicks. Then once my shins are in, I drop him, extend, and then I'm in standard butterfly position. You guys want to see it again? Or we got it? Yep.
Is there value in just getting one knee through, like down the center? You know, kind of like, almost like you're trying to get it through. But,
yeah, so I don't know if you were here when I did it, Ray. So there's one where I'm framing here, I'm bumping, and then bringing one in and creating space. So absolutely, that's like a mini camp.
Right, is one preferred versus the other?
Depends what your goal is, right? I think if someone is really hunkering down and they have your head, I think you're gonna have to frame with two, because you may not be able to get your arm across to frame. But anytime you can bring your arm across and go 2-on-1 on one side of the hip, that's preferred. And then you're just bumping to get one leg in. I think that's gonna be better. Here, there is obviously good counters when I'm pushing, he can underhook my arm, dismount, and then start going far side armbar. So, bridging up, here. And then, okay? So let's try it out. Make sure you're going with someone similar to your size. If it's someone big and small, it's just you're giving yourself a lot more trouble. Just to practice, all right? 1, 2, 3. Mount, right? Obviously, the best thing to do would be start to frame and then walk up. But if he's high mount, right, it's gonna be a little bit harder. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find his armpits and I'm gonna bridge and bring him up here. So now my feet and my hips are gonna go high like this. And I'm gonna do one, all the way over, and I come up. Either he's gonna post his hands, so I have to snake out, or he just goes all the way over. There's a lot of different ways you can do pendulum, right? I'll do pendulum from right here, no problem. So what I'm gonna do is I find armpits, I bridge, and I push. My hips have to go above his hips, and I can pendulum, and I go, right? If he ends up posting and stopping the pendulum, then I just have to do a small snake out. So I want you to post. So I'm here, I bridge, here. So I bring my hips up, and then post. I snake out, I go single leg X. Right? You always have options. If they post, it's always about creating space. But if he doesn't post, right? I'm here, I bridge up, bring my legs, and I just come all the way up. Okay? Questions? Hips go higher than their hips. Okay? 1, 2, 3. So he's in high mount, so you can't get your elbows back. Right? If you're in the gi, you can always drop your arm low and control the pant. And what I like to do is I like to punch it down and then tilt. Right? Then I'll just use my elbow, stuff, and then I'm in half. So anytime there, and it's super fast, right? I'm just pushing, catching, stuffing, and going. So the action is, it's okay to drop here, even if he goes for like an underhook, right? It's not gonna last very long because when you're pushing, now he's underhooked on the side, right? I'm framing, so it's a lot harder for him to underhook on that side. Then I can push, drive my leg through, and then take it. Again, I'm just here. I'm gonna punch this down to the ground, and I'm gonna drop and catch, just like an elbow escape, right? It's a little bit easier. Here, and catch. I always wanna go my right foot over, because that's gonna have more control. Then I go elbow, I stop. As soon as this one goes over, I hip switch, and I go. One more. So this is the one that I like to do during training. Here, punch, catch. Elbow, stuff, switch your hips. Okay? Questions?
Is there a better, so as opposed to just punching down, usually I'll bump and then catch. Is one worse than the other?
So can you show me what you're saying with arm? I think I understand, but
I'm here, right?
yep, so that's fine. The only thing when you bump is, if you're creating space where his knee goes up, he might drive his shin over your bicep. That would be the with the right leg. So go back. So there might be a point where you're just bridging, he drives up,
Okay.
and now he's trapping. So it's not wrong, right?
Okay.
I've done both of them. It's just timing, ultimately timing. Yeah, stuffing it and then going. Good. Okay, with your partner, please. 1, 2, 3. Goes over this arm, and he's attacking this arm. So the first thing is I like to anchor my thumb to the back of his collar. So I want to go thumb in like this, and I want to point my thumb towards the ground like this. So I know it's not to the ground, but I'm basically going towards my feet here. Because if I bring my thumb this way and I'm grabbing, he can finish it. But if I rotate my thumb just a little bit, he tries to finish it, and I feel great. So you may have to overcompensate by extending it past that point if you need to, if it's really tight. Now my left hand, since I'm being trapped here, I'm gonna cup and I'm gonna just swing my legs across, and now I'm gonna drive my legs down like this, and then I stuff it, and I'm right on the side of him. So I can't just trap my feet onto his legs and do nothing. So I'm here, I'm gonna swing here. I can't just stay here because he has me so far out, this is gonna be a terrible battle. So I need to extend my legs down like this, then stuff the knee, and then turn towards him. And now, honestly, I could pendulum, start coming up, and I have a nice grip here with the collar. So, shin, here. My thumb is gonna point towards my feet. I'm gonna cup here and swing. Down, stuff and turn. Right? That motion is important. You can stop there when you catch the leg and just kind of feel it out for a little bit. Thumb goes down, I swing and catch. You can play around with it, but obviously this is going to be bad. Extend, nudge, and then turn in. Okay? You guys want to see it again? Do you feel good? All right. 1, 2, 3.